Hi guys, I'm back to another GGF video. Now today we're going to be doing a quick unboxing on some gear that Zotac has sent us. They've sent us the Arcticstorm 1080, another Arcticstorm 1080 and a 1070 amp edition. We've got a few builds coming up. We've got another card coming, which is their new Thermaltake 1080 edition. You may have seen that on their 10th anniversary. They had, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. That's for a CES build. The two 1080 Arcticstorms are for one CES build, which is another one, and we've got the 1070 amp edition is for a workstation build we're doing. So we'll be doing a affordable workstation build to show you guys what gear and specific gear you can use if you're looking at creating a workstation, but we won't cover that now. I just want to do an unboxing of these cards, sort of show you what Zotac has on the market. Although being in Australia, it's very, very hard to get Zotac gear. They don't really have much presence, which is a shame, because I have sort of been following them for quite a number of years now. And as I said earlier, they've just had their 10th year anniversary, so they've just been around for 10 years. I remember all their gear coming up when I was growing up. Now, taking a look at these cards, we'll just take this one out. I'll just go through one Arcticstorm box. I won't unbox them both because they are exactly the same cards. Now, if you're not familiar with the Arcticstorm range, they're basically their water-cooled version. I think their first off, they started with the Arcticstorm, I think it was 2 or 3 generations ago. They had a hybrid one, so it was water cooling with fans. I think their 980 series was a full custom block, and now we've got their latest 1080 Arcticstorm, which is a full custom block. I'll just peel this off. It does look a bit messy with that on. That's just your protective plastic bit, which is nice. Now you can see the card there. Very, very different looking card to what you're used to. You got this nice brushed aluminium. There's actually even another little sticker on there, but I'm just going to leave that. So this looks like their new logo. They've had sort of a rebrand with their logo. It's simply the O out of the Zotac, and this is their new SLI bridge as well. They announced this on their anniversary event as well, and this will do your 0, 1 or 2 slots. So we'll cover this a little bit. So yeah, here's their 1080 Arcticstorm. As you can, first thing I can see, they've gone with this crazy sort of UV orange highlight edge connectors, but you're not going to see this one. That'll be coming off. These two you can leave on if you want. If you're not doing SLI, if you're doing SLI, you have to take these two off. But if my build wasn't orange, I'd probably take those off, and then all your slot or sort of your output covers there are bright orange as well. To me personally, I think I probably would have done them black. As you can see, going by their box, there's nothing that sort of represents that orange, but it's not really an issue. You can just take them all out if you want. And now we've got the sort of terminal sort of block here, which will link your water cooling to this block. Now I've opted to go on the inside of the block, not on top. You may see a lot of custom blocks from say EK or Bits Power. As you can see, this one here, all the sort of terminal sort of block goes on the top. Now this makes it easy for multiple cards. If you're running 1, 2, 3, you can just link them straight through to another one. Whereas when you got this one, when you come down to your second card, you're going to hit the top of the second card. It's not really an issue too bad. You can just run them through the top bit, but just bear in mind, if you are doing that, you do have to work out that. What else do we have on this card? We've got 2 8-pins, so they beefed up the an extra 8-pin than your standard stock, which is nice to see. Going on performance-wise on this, I'll just I did have some information I wanted to cover. Now you may think with a full custom water-cooled card, it's probably going to be overclocked to the max, but Zotac have taken a different route with this card. I think they've got the impression is if you're going for full custom water-cooled block, you pretty much know what you're doing with your build. You're probably going to have some idea on overclocking. So they've done very, very mild stock overclock, and they probably want you to do the rest. Now, standard reference Founders 1080 has a base clock of 1607 with a boost of 1733. Now this card has a base of 1632 and a boost of 1771. So you're looking at about probably about 30 megahertz on each. So it's nothing really to blow it out of the park. But bear in mind, I have watched some reviews online, and they have been able to overclock these cards higher than pretty much any other card on the market. Mainly one, because of the cooling efficiency. It keeps these down really cool. The videos I have seen, I haven't been able to test these yet, but the videos I have seen, these cards have been running at 30, 35 degrees, which is exactly the same as you'll see in a custom block as say the one I just showed you before. So that's really good. I'm not sure who makes this block. It does look like a nice quality block. I can't see anything weird going on or anything, so I am really keen to test these to see how they do sort of perform. But yeah, going by the video reviews I've seen, they do cool really nicely. Now moving on to the back. If you're familiar with Zotac, they really don't let you down in the backplate department. They really sort of take it to the next level. I guess only one downside if you don't like yellow or you're stuck with yellow. Most of their cards will have some yellow on the backplate. To me, I really like it. It sort of adds a nice contrast. It really stands out, and they've added this sort of cutout area for their power boost controller, and it just looks really, really wicked. Something a little bit different. But yeah, that's the card there. Very, very nice. Very, very nice card. Weight, it's not too bad. I'm taking a look at the 1070. Right, now this is their AMP edition. They've got an AMP Extreme. So if you've been following them, they normally release, they've started this AMP series, AMP Extreme and the AMP, which is the standard one, which is this one. So the AMP has the 2 fans, and then the AMP Extreme has the 3 fans. So this card here is pretty much nearly the same size as a 1080, so, and this has the 2 fans. So whether the AMP Extreme has smaller fans, because it does have 3, unless it's a much longer card, but this is a pretty beastie card as it is. To think a 1070 is this size is pretty insane. Now they've gone a different approach with the clocks than the water cooler Arcticstorm over here. Being the AMP series, these are factory overclocked quite hard. So comparing this to a reference Founders 1070, looking at a base clock of 1506 and a boost of 1683. Now this Zotac amp has a base of 1607 and boost of 1797. So you're looking at about 100 extra on each, so a lot more than this water cooled card here. But then bear in mind, this does have a pretty wicked sort of cooling system here. I can just see all the amount of heat pipes that are running through it, and these are quite large fans as well. And you can see through there. Now, taking a look at sort of the design on this, we've got this carbon fiber sort of satin grey look here. We've got RGB LEDs. We've actually got RGB in both of these cards. RGB, we've got these 2 little stripe bits here, little arrows, and then the Zotac logo lights up as well. Now you can throw on their Firestorm software, set these to static, pulsing, RGB, anything you like. And this is a real nice sort of rubbery sort of material, which is kind of different. But yeah, nice looking card. It's not too heavy. It feels nice, and feels really nice and solid, which is nice. And then once again the back. Now I'm pretty sure these PCBs are the same. They have gone with this 2 8-pins. You may notice a 1080 and a 1070 each has an 8-pin each, but they've opted for the extra one. So that'll help for overclocking, stability, things like that. Now looking at the back plates on these, if I can get these to get close, there we go. So pretty much exactly the same, and I would say these are the same PCB. All right, now I don't want to spend too much time on this video going over it. I don't really have time to sort of test these, show you these running. I have to get these builds up and going very, very soon and get them shipped out. I don't have too much time over Christmas. CES is at the start of January. It's going to be hectic trying to ship gear around Christmas time, so I really need to get these out before that rush. Now looking at accessories, nothing too crazy here. I guess with video cards these days, everyone just wants a good video card, and that's pretty much it. You don't get too much accessories wise. With the Arcticstorm, you get 2 lots of sleeved 6-pin to 8-pin, but anyone running a power supply in the last, say, what, 5, 6, 7 years, they're going to have 2 8-pins. Same with the AMP edition. They've gone with the slightly cheaper non-sleeve, 2 6s to 1 8, and you have 2 of those. So for some reason, if your power supply does not happen to have any, I don't know what reason why, any PCIe connectors, they've got you covered. Or you still need 2 6s. So if your power supply doesn't have any 8s, which if it doesn't have any 8s, it's probably not going to have any 6s. It's probably not going to have any 8s. But yeah, I don't think you'll be needing those. Now looking at fitting wise for the Arcticstorm, standard G-quarter, and they have given you 2 barbs as well. Now once you got these 2 in here, I can see plenty of room between these 2 barbs, because if you are running some custom compression fittings, the last thing you want to do is they hit each other when you try to put them both in. But it looks like we've got plenty of room there, and you've got a few options to route your water cooling channels through those. All right, now we'll just do a comparison with those 2 there. And this is a 290X I've had for a while, custom bits power block, and you can definitely see the size difference, even to the 1070, and 1080 is just a slightly bit bigger, I think. But I remember back when the 290X was quite a monster card. But you can see how different times change when the cards are getting bigger, but the cooling and the efficiency and the power they draw is getting less and less. Now taking a look at last thing is their new HB. I don't even know if Zotac has ever done a bridge before. They probably do your flexi bridges and stuff like that. I don't think they've done an LED one, but this is their high bandwidth bridge. They announced this on their anniversary a few weeks ago. That's it there. Very, very simple. It is plastic. I would have liked to maybe they had a few tiered versions, maybe the plastic, a brushed aluminium, and then maybe even a carbon fiber edition, just to give you more options. I don't have any pricing on this, but let me just plug this in. So that's it there. You can see it's just very, very simple, nothing too standing out. To me, I don't think when you're running two cards in SLI, all the focus should be on the SLI bridge. A lot of other companies have fancy colors, a lot of colors, LEDs everywhere. I really like this how it's just got the white logo. I don't know if that pulsates, if it's on, or if you can control it. That'll be pretty sweet. I can test out later on, but yeah, it's really nice how it's just very, very, not plain, but sort of sophisticated with its angles. They've kept with the NVIDIA sort of angled polygon sort of look, but yeah, it is a really nice looking bridge, and that is the high bandwidth as well. I think NVIDIA recommend if you're running 1080s, 1070s, anything over 4K, 1440p, above 120 Hertz, stuff like that, get yourself a high bandwidth bridge. And one last thing I want to look at is, yeah, so they have a 0 slot version, a 1 slot spacing version, and a 2 slot. So this is the 1 slot. And then when it comes to Zotac in Australia, I said before, it is hard to get. Your best bet is probably hitting up Newegg and shipping it to Australia. So it would be good to see more Zotac in Australia. I really do like their products. They do have a bit of diversity in their hardware, different types, different colors, a lot of things you don't really get with a lot of the mainstream companies you see these days. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Don't think there's anything else in the boxes. I think you just got CDs. Probably don't even need CDs these days. Just go straight online is your best bet. You're going to get the latest. That's not even much. This one just says please download your driver from whatchamacallit's website. So yeah, I don't even think that one came to City. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will try and test these sometime and sort of get some colors going, and especially this water cooling one. This has RGB all over it. It's even got a little cable going in there, so I can only assume that this whole block will light up. It's got RGBs inside. I think the whole block can change colors, so I really want to see how that looks. But yeah, I want to thank Zotac for sending this out. It's been great working with them. I want to thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for next time.